What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to talk about what are the best places to buy rental property in 2023. Rental property is great to have, especially when you are retired, because it does not include so much physical work and everything like that. So it is definitely a good thing to have. So in this video I am going to talk about which states and which cities are the best for passive income off of rental properties, and I will also be talking about long-term and short-term rentals like on Airbnb. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and I hope this video does answer any questions that you guys might have had about rental properties. So starting off with one of my favorite places, and that is Florida. So I'm going to be talking about Sarasota, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Marco Island, and Miami. Miami is not only my favorite vacation place, but also so many other people's favorite vacation place, and that's why there's so many tourists coming every year. Like, for example, we go there like basically every single year, and from our experiences there's seriously a lot of people coming every single year. It just honestly gets more and more each year. It's a growing city, there's a lot of construction. It's very crowded, a lot of traffic, and that might not be a good thing for when you go on vacation, but that is definitely a good thing when you are renting out properties, because that means there's a lot of people are still wanting to come to these places. For example, we always go to Sunny Isles Beach, which is just about 30 to 40 minutes away from downtown Miami. On a good day, if traffic is not that bad, it will take around 30 minutes to 40 minutes, but on a day where there's a lot of traffic, which is honestly every single time when we were there, it's always a lot of traffic, and it's probably because it's winter time, like the winter break. Everyone's going there because there's no school. But yeah, honestly, it took us probably like an hour and a half to get there. So yeah, just there's a lot of traffic there. But yeah, like I said, we always go to Sunny Isles Beach, and this time we actually tried out downtown Miami. We stayed at downtown Miami, and honestly we didn't really like it that much, all because of the traffic. It was very hard to get through places, and basically everything that we usually do when we go to Florida is in Sunny Isles Beach. So basically we were driving every single day like at least an hour, if we get lucky, around an hour, to get to the beaches that we always go to in Sunny Isles Beach. And yeah, even to get to Miami Beach, it was pretty hard, and it took a while to get there because of all the traffic. But I'm saying this on a positive note for all the investments, all the investors. It's a really good place for rental. By far the busiest season is obviously winter break, where there's no school. Everyone's going to Miami for like 2 weeks, and like the starting price for like a 1-bedroom 1-bath is like probably around $200 per night. So it is a lot, and keep in mind this is only for like a 1-bedroom 1-bath, maybe approximately 1,000 square feet. So $200 per night is really not bad for that kind of condo. It obviously also depends on how far away you are from the water, from the beaches, from most of the attractions. That could also boost the price up a bit, quite a bit as well. It does make a big difference if the condo is right by the water, right by the beaches and all the attractions, or if the condo is or home is just like a little bit further away from all the beaches. It obviously all matters because it's the drive there and back. So for the winter break season, if you're looking for like a 2-bed 2-bath around maybe 1,200 square feet, I think you're looking at around $350 per night. I think that's like the average price that people would be charging per night for those kind of condos, and that's in like Sunny Isles Beach. So yeah, it really starts from $350 per night for those kind of condos, and if they're more maybe like newer condos or like luxury condos, it will be $350 and up, even up to like $600 per night. So it really depends on what kind of condo it is. But that's the prices for you guys, so you can see that you can actually make a really decent amount. I mean, imagine $500 per night for that kind of season. We personally don't have a condo in Miami yet, or like in Sunny Isles Beach yet, but that is definitely one of my goals. That is what I'm saving my money for. That is something that I need to get in the future, and that is something that I feel like won't ever end, like the tourism in there, You know, like I said, the city is still growing. There's a lot of construction, so that is definitely something that will not, you know, be unpopular anymore in the future. It's gonna keep, you know, keep growing, and there's gonna be a lot of tourists in the future as well. And lately, cities like Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Sarasota, and Marco Island, you know, those kind of cities in Florida have been becoming, you know, very popular. A lot of tourists there. And honestly, I see what there is in there, but honestly, at the same time, I think it's a little bit too, you know, popular for what it really is. I feel like there is much more to do in Miami, and the prices of, you know, condos in Miami honestly are really similar to the ones in, for example, Fort Myers. So I definitely think, you know, it is a better deal to get one in Miami. Just personally, I feel like I would want to get one more in Miami than in Fort Myers, not only because I think, you know, the tourism in there is a little bit better, but also personally, when, you know, I don't have, you know, any rentals for a month, then I will definitely want to go down there myself as well. And when we are talking about Florida, in the past it has grown, you know, the price has grown by a lot, and that is something that many people might not be able to afford at the moment. But, you know, if you can, that's great. That's definitely, I think, a good investment to go in Florida. But if you can't, then, you know, I guess Florida is just not for you. Also, something to keep in mind, you know, the taxes are low over there, but I see that they are starting to increase. And also something that is worth noting is that the home association fees are very high over there. For example, in Fort Myers Beach, where you have, you know, association, you know, the community, like the clubhouse, where you have the pools and everything like that, it can be anywhere from $300 to even $1,000 per month. So, you know, that is very high, and that is something that you have to, you know, think about. Is it really worth buying a house, you know, like a townhouse? Because a lot of those are like townhouses or condos, and they really do have a high price, even $1,000, like I said, because that is something that you also have to keep in mind, because when you are renting, that is another, you know, $1,000 that you have to be paying each month, and that is just on the association itself. But yeah, I mean, over the past couple of years, Florida has become very expensive. So like I said, it's something that, you know, many people might not be able to afford at the moment, but if you can, like I said, it's a great investment, and I think you should buy a condo or just a home in general in Florida, anywhere in Florida, I think. Another place that I think is great for rentals is Tennessee. Tennessee is great for, you know, like longer term rental, you know, for like, let's say a year. And that is because the prices of homes over there, you know, the average price of those homes are much lower, and also the taxes are really low over there as well. The return on investment is also really good there. So that is another place that I think is great for, you know, rentals. I think you can get a lot of passive income on those. And, you know, like cities like Nashville and Memphis, there's so many people coming there, a lot of tourism over there as well. So, you know, it's definitely great. I think it's also, you know, like a growing city. You know, there's a lot of attraction over there, a lot of activities. So yeah, a lot of people like going there. I personally like going there as well. So yeah, that's definitely a great place to invest in. And now another place that I think is great for rentals, which I really don't hear many people talking about, is Necedah, Wisconsin. I think part of the reason I don't hear anyone talking about this is because the place, you know, the city is very small. I would call it, you know, a town rather than a city. But over the past 2 to 3 years, the town has expanded a lot, and there is a lot of, you know, people coming there and building homes. And, you know, just basically there's so many people investing in those areas in Necedah, and it's such a small town, but honestly it's growing very quickly, and it's a great place to invest in, and here's why. So Necedah is a town of attractions and, you know, activity in basically all seasons, especially in the summer. You have Wisconsin Dells just 40 minutes away from Necedah, so, you know, that's a really great place. A lot of people know Wisconsin Dells, a lot of people go there. It's really fun. I personally have been there many times before, and it's a great place. But, you know, the town Necedah itself, there's so many things you can do there. It's such a small town, but you know, you can go fishing there. You have a lot of lakes, a lot of rivers. You can go boating, you can go jet skiing. There's a lot of things to do in the summer. You can basically enjoy the nature. There's, you know, a lot of trees. You can enjoy, you know, like a nice cabin vibe in the woods. And in the winter, I have to say it is a little bit slower, and I think it's just because there's not something that everyone can find to do in the winter. You know, it's mostly like, you know, snowmobiling, you know, maybe ice fishing. Those people definitely will enjoy Nisita, but if you don't like to do those things, then there might not be that much to do for you in the winter. Of course, it is nice to go over there to see the snow. If you've never experienced snow, it is definitely a nice place. There's a lot of trees over there. To ride ATVs, there's, you know, many like trails for ATVs. And also the prices of the homes are not very high either. You know, they're on the lower side. They're very affordable. Taxes are very low as well. Most areas don't even have association, so you don't have to worry about association, but you know, like newer areas or areas where it's a little bit nicer, maybe closer to the water, you definitely will have association. It's not too much. It might be like $100, $200 per month, and that is because, you know, if you're by the water, you might have like a dock for, you know, like boat access. We bought a mobile home there about 3 years ago. It is going to be the third year now. And we are currently reconstructing it, you know, building an addition to it. So yeah, it's kind of a slow process because, like I said, I mean, we don't live there, so it's not like we can basically work on this house every single day. You know, it is a 3-hour drive there and back. It's about 200 miles, so it's not really that easy to find time to do that, of course. But yeah, I mean, in the summer, we are definitely gonna go there for a few weeks. Definitely try to get this done during this summer. And we have thought about doing rental there, but we are unsure if we're gonna do that or if we're just gonna put the house on sale or if we're just gonna keep it. Really unsure of what we are gonna do with that house. And in terms of, you know, the passive income you can get from those properties when renting them, it really depends. Like I said, you might get some that are a little bit further away from the water, maybe like 1 or 2 miles away from the water, or maybe some that are, you know, right by the street, which are not as desirable as the ones that are deep in the forest, which is, you know, what we like as well. You know, especially if you are, you know, buying a house or a lot, you know, right on the water, those are definitely going to be much more expensive. You know, you might be looking at around $200,000 for just the lot if you're you know, looking to be on the water. But yeah, I mean, it could get expensive over there, especially, you know, if you're on the water. But if you're a little bit further away from the water, you know, even just a mile away, you can get really good deals. Maybe even $100,000 can get you a nice house. Maybe not a very nice house, but just a mobile home that might need to be remodeled, but you know, it's in livable conditions. And I just looked on Airbnb, a house with like 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, maybe like 2,500 square feet. It was kind of like a log cabin. It was very nice. It's like a little bit, you know, by the water, maybe a little bit in the woods as well, but it's pretty close to the water. It's just under $500 and it's booked out on May, June, July, and almost all of August. So you can see, I mean, $500 just per night, which is a lot. You know, that can give you a lot of, you know, income off of that. And it's not the only property that is rented out. I looked at other ones that are a little bit cheaper, some that are more expensive. They're also rented out, so they're also booked out. So, you know, there is a lot of, you know, activity there, especially in the summer, and that's why I think it's a great place to invest in. Anyway, that is going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys did get some good tips on which cities and states to invest in, you know, which ones are the best for rental properties. And if you guys have any questions, please drop it down in the comments and I will be sure to reply. And I will see you guys in the next video.